Alrighty, this is the entity that's engaging in what they think is a joke. They have surveillance on the on the vehicle. They are actually engaged in surveillance with the entity that is hovering by plane and stopping in the road. They're stalking over here and crossing path 84233 Charlie 4. And they're doing so at what is Arrowhead and Rialto. This is where the entity's keeping the fake sun right here over the top of my head, okay? The entity's engaged in what is exposing itself, like displaying charcoal in the grocery store, like wearing the Target bags while they're gang stalking. This is the entity that while you're going toward a field. This way over the San Bernardino County West Valley Detention Center while they're committing kidnapping. Soaring down at this large plane hovering where there's no airport. They're engaging in the pattern of conduct. The entity is also engaged in what is pacing. These are demons that are monitoring me in San Bernardino. And this is the criminal pattern of conduct that Darren Goodman is engaging in using helicopters. And this is also the entity that's engaging in what is demonic. This person right here that's walking, these are demons that are pacing. Pay attention. This is demonic. These are demons. This is demonic activity and it's relevant to criminal surveillance. This is P.O.C. UPS flying over my head in San Bernardino, California today, flying over the government subsidized housing venue where they are engaged in the gang violence, gang stalking. The entity is engaging in that pattern of conduct while I'm in San Bernardino, California, where the fake is indeed remaining over the top of my head. Psychopathic pacing, 7 Mary Sam Kelly 610. 6 Xavier Apple Thomas 374, 22231 Larry 4, and ARUNI Heart U. Omnitrans is gang stalking in San Bernardino. I'm going to prosecute that transit line that's engaging in the pattern of conduct and furtherance of murder. It's a RICO case, okay? As is every business, every single last business. And this is a demonic environment. Entities engaging in what is that POC, okay? This is the psychotic behavior that the Ontario International Airport maintains, and they're doing it under the fakes. An airport in the city, no airport in the city, stalking in the sky space, which is proven in the scientific environment. And the entity is going to be prosecuted as the mentally ill entity that conspires murder while they stalk and psychologically torture someone, which officials like Darren Goodman have years of experience in. And doing so while the entity is gang stalking as a population, they have years of experience in murdering people and psychologically torturing them. This is the demon-possessed population. That's why they're under what's impossible to be over me in Fontana, California at the same time. It's not. This is the entity that's stalking with the fake sun while I'm en route to Fontana aboard Omnitrans. Remaining in Ontario, California, out the library, at the town square, out on the bus stop, bench, we're on Euclid Avenue and F Street, at Bethel Congregation. This is the entity that's engaged in that. And in the sky space, you're seeing Darren Goodman targeting and Darren Goodman telling the world that he's targeting, while helicopter activity is being observed and is surrounding me, which is an unlawful threat posed by the city, which is the pattern of conduct by the state. All right, and this is the entity that's engaged in that, and these commercial airline companies are being federally prosecuted while you see their criminal pattern of conduct in Ontario, in San Bernardino, in that specific environment, okay? That's not a landing, that's criminal surveillance, it's stalking. All right, that's POC. It is currently, by the way, 9:58 a.m., all right, and 9:59 a.m., I'm at Upland, California at the entrance of the Upland Public Library, and that is after walking north from Ontario to Upland, California on Euclid Avenue, where the entity keeps the fake sun. It rises in alignment to me on Euclid Avenue. It stays in Ontario and sets in Ontario when I don't leave and go to Upland, California, or any other city like what you see when I'm in San Bernardino today, or when I go to Fontana. And moreover, the entity has the fake sun over me while the people of the state are at the entrance of the Upland Public Library gang stalking. That's what you're seeing underway in San Bernardino, California, at Arrowhead and Rialto, which is not at the entrance doors at 450 North Euclid Avenue. Okay, this is speaking to the mayor, which is a terrorist in San Bernardino, the mayor, which is a terrorist in Upland, California, the mayor, which is a terrorist in Fontana. They're engaged in psychopathic pacing. This is the third time. POC, license 9, Jerry Queen, Yolanda 902. They're going up and down the street. They're gang stalking as an entity, but they're all monitoring together. And this is San Bernardino Police. Okay, they've been engaged in stalking. San Bernardino County Probation Department, remember they went to Fontana Police Department after they commit kidnapping, and I document them, and then the demons engage in what is retaliation by going to the location where you're at under the fake sun in order to communicate a threat. In San Bernardino County Probation, that threat was documented while they're under a fake sun. And when I go to San Bernardino, they're engaged in that because San Bernardino Probation committed kidnapping. And then they engage in what is torture and threatening conduct to go to the Fontana the Fontana Lewis Library under that fake sun with regard to what is monitoring my evidence that's online, okay? This is called crossing a path, not a legitimate business. That is Omnitrans. All right, it is currently 10 a.m. on the dot. The fake sun's over the Upland Public Library, like I'm stating, where Omnitrans is gang stalking, where the people of the state are engaged in gang stalking. And under the fake sun, you're witnessing the evidence of a mentally ill and corrupt population. Omnitrans is using the bus line as a means of light activity. Okay? That's why a fake sun is over my head. When they are within and without the bus schedule, which they use to target me. That's why the fake sun is here. This is P.O.C. and the prosecution for the people of the state regarding what is the conspiracy to commit murder, which San Bernardino, California is fully engaged in. That includes Thomas Garza. That includes the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. That engaged in the Sheriff's Office that refused to provide service of process. All right, this is the entity that's engaged in what is targeting for years, and that includes the entity that is at the gang stalking courthouse. This is Arrowhead. My documentation shows the fake sun over me at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, and the entity stalking by helicopter over the top of my head, where Thomas Garza is gang stalking wearing a robe on a bench, engaging in the sophisticated pattern of conduct in a courtroom. While refusing to engage in that which I am entitled to under the Constitution, state and federal. And he did so in furtherance of murdering me, while I'm still subject to that pattern of conduct. And San Bernardino at that. Looking at the same Justice Center, as they like to call it. This is P.O.C. It is currently 10:01 a.m.